the top 8. So again, we're going straight through here. This is it. We are finishing this until we have a champion. So do not go anywhere. Sit in your seats here, right?
But I do think we have to talk to people about something beautiful. A figurine, if you know what I mean. Max Factory. Shout out to them for coming through at the Cup. All of us are excited to announce a new figuring from Max Factory. Honey Tail 1/6 scale figure of Chun-Li based on the illustration by Street Fighter 2 co-creator and the designer who brought Chun-Li to the world, Aquaman. Now we have the design of this figurine originally requested by, well, I'm requested
Yo, yo. What is good, everybody? My name is CJ Thundar, and I'm coming to you as your average spectator tonight, live and direct from NC. And I wanted to introduce you to something a little I've been working on for the last couple of weeks. I'm hoping that we can make this a regular thing. My goodness, my gracious, I hope that everybody's having a good night tonight. And would like to introduce you to the First to Five podcast. This podcast is made for fighting games by fighting game enthusiasts. And we want to do things pretty simple, but we want to try to make it good for you in this podcast by bringing you three things. Number one, we want to hook you up with the news, give you some of that new, fresh crispiness, and give you some of that news on tournaments, on games, and other things that's going on in the fight game community. I want to teach you some of the basics, man. We're going to give you some of the basics of things that are going on live and direct in our games, talking about things like movement and understanding fighting and different things like that. But we also want to give you some chances and for our community here in North Carolina to talk trash and get those first to fives in. We got the Handshake House where everybody gets those 10 Frame Tuesdays, man. And if you're not there on Tuesday, I don't know, where are you? My goodness, it is so much fun going to 10 Frame Tuesdays. And if you're not there, man, Iron Fist Monthly, whole lot of fun. Now, I also understand that those are like Tekken-based tournaments, but there are plenty of other fight games that are played around the Raleigh area and other locales here in North Carolina. So we're going to be shouting them out hopefully soon in the next couple of weeks. But for now, we're going to focus on some IFM and some tournaments and talk about Tekken today. How's everybody doing today?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty all right.
Yeah, I'm pretty well.
That's what's up. Well, the good news about this is that we're going to be breaking all of this down and hopefully having some fun. But first, let's go ahead and introduce our panel. Who wants to jump in first? Give you 3 things we want to talk about. We want to talk about who you are, what you play most, and what got you into fighting games.
I'll go ahead and go in. I am a Pinkboy, most of it's got like Johnny though, and I've been in the scene for a minute. I started off playing Melee, if you count that as a fighting game. We can have that discussion later though. Then from there, I ended up playing Third Strike, just playing Lost Ark and stuff. And then from there, I played a bunch of anime games, random tag games, and then I recently landed on Tekken. I've been playing that a solid amount. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And like as for games that I just play now, I play like a bunch of like anime games. I play like Strive, BB Tag, Xrd, some Marvel. You know, I play a bit of everything as it stands right now. I also, I've been in Tekken, so yeah.
That's what's up. Who we got next going up?
All right, I'll go next. What's good, y'all? It's King Breeze. And I want to say honestly, I play Tekken 7 mostly. I play other fighting games. Like I play Guilty Gear as like my second main fighting game at the moment. But I play like Soul Calibur or Dragon Ball Fighter Z here and there. I've always played Tekken, but I think my first fighting game was actually Bloody Roar Primal Fury. I believe that was the one that was called. And I am one of the competitors here in NC and an aspiring pro player. So yeah.
That's what's up. We got going on next, man.
I guess I'll go next. Hello everyone, my name is Jose, but I go by DCB and the FTG community. The first fighting game that I got into was Melee, if we count that. But if I just don't count that, then I guess in the first traditional fighting game will be Soul Calibur 2, thanks to my older brother. Yeah, and ever since then I've been hopping on to different franchises such as Street Fighter, King of Fighters, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken. And the most recent fighting game I'm playing nowadays, aside from Ultimate, is King of Fighters 15 and Tekken 7. And yeah, that's about it by me.
All right, heading up the pack, man. Brandometry, handle your business.
How's it going, everybody? As CJ said, my name is Brandometry. My gamer tag is Brandometry, should I say? I guess you could say that I play Tekken 7 the most, followed by Third Strike.
And how did you get into gaming? Can you hear me?
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, you went away again. What happened? All good. Well, while we're waiting on Brandon to come back, my name is CJ Thandara. I am a avid spectator by choice. I love playing fighting games, but I'm terrible at them. And I've learned a little bit by little bit trying to work my way through fighting games. But I really love watching and spectating fighting games and commentating them as well. I started playing fighting games way back with Killer Instinct. The first one. That was one of my loves and passions, along with Street Fighter 2 and regular Street Fighter. And I've been playing for a really long time. I've just never been super great at it. But I've been really interested in watching and learning fighting games from a just visual perspective. So I really like that part about it. And that's how I got into fighting games. I've been into fighting games for a really long time. But my best friend and my brother, the guy I call my friend Surgeon Storm, kind of brought me into the fight game community by taking me to tournaments and going to see tournaments like IFM and seeing more tournaments in North Carolina. And it's just gotten me really interested in this stuff. So I've always been around the tournament scene. I've never been like super good at it, but I've always loved to watch and get in depth with some of the fighting.
I think I'm back. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Let's try this again. So, I'm sorry. It's like as soon as I talk, it just started going out. But so yeah, I'm Brandometry. My main game is Tekken 7 at this point in my life. I also play Third Strike. If you're not in North Carolina, you play fighting games, you should play a little bit of Third Strike at this point. It's like our game. Thanks to the Third Strike, the 5 Third Strike gods. That's Roski, DP, Face, Common Sense, and who is one other that I'm missing? Um, I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, play a lot of Third Strike. I also play Windjammers. Windjammers is a old Neo Geo game, which is it's like a disc flying game. It has a lot of fighting game mechanics, so I'm always down to play some Windjammers. But those are what I would consider my top 3 games. How I got into fighting games. So basically, come from a huge family. My mom used to work 12-hour shifts as a registered nurse. So during the weekends, she would ship me off to like one of my aunt's house. One of my aunts had 3 boys, and the youngest of the 3 boys is my favorite cousin, who I consider like my life OG, right? So this is the guy who put me on to literally everything that I'm into. Um, the music that I'm into, just like how like my life philosophy, but specifically video games. And his favorite game was Tekken. So, I mean, to be honest with y'all, like this, like everything going on with IFM and Tekken is really kind of continuing my family's legacy. So that's why I find it fascinating, and I'm super happy that IFM has like a family reunion feel to it. It's like everybody comes together and we talk junk, but we all love each other. We all make sure everybody's fed. We all make sure everybody is okay mentally. And if you lose, it doesn't matter because we're just there to have fun. And if you want to get better, then you have resources there available for you. So,
My gosh, man. IFM's chat is live.
oh yeah. Shout out to Samori. Ever since Samori joined the chat, it's just been OD. So maybe I should pay. Yeah, no, real shit. Like ever since she joined the chat, because before she joined the chat, it was like it was okay. Like it was decent, but like ever since she joined the chat, it's been like 24/7. Like people, are messaging me like, "Yo, your IFM chat is like wild." And I'm just like, bro, as long as people are having fun and we're, not going too crazy, then it's all good. But yeah, shout out to some more. Shout out to the whole Virginia Beach scene.
Speaking of IFM, oh my gosh, IFM 15. Let's get right into it. Let's get into the news. Let's talk about IFM 15.
Is that
Tell
a
me what
rocket
you
in
guys
your
is.
pocket?
I appreciate the follow. Thank you for following, man. I have to tell you, like, I've heard there was some hype moments of IFM 15. So for those of you who were there, unfortunately, I had to take care of a sick child. But you know, life, an adult, it is what it is. Tell me what happened, man. Tell me all the good deets. I need to know what's going on.
Yeah. You wanna go first, or?
I was also about to say was probably want to like let Brandon introduce us as he is the head TO and main brain of it.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, it was cool. Like, so January we had 50 competitors, which is the second biggest IFM roster. The first IFM had 56 competitors, so right below the first one. Had everybody signed up, or had everybody showed up and actually signed up, we would have had like 60 people, which is crazy to think about, like a Tekken tournament in Greensboro. Me and Johnny are, we're locals, and we've been around the scene long enough to tell you that, we've had some dark and dead times in Greensboro as far as the fighting game community is concerned. We had to travel to Raleigh, we had to travel to Charlotte, Atlanta, Tennessee, for KIT, but we never really had anything local. So the fact that, IFM is kind of contributing to that, bringing stuff home instead of us having to travel, is by far one of my biggest accomplishments. And, I'll say this before I get into like the hype moments. Like, back in the day, in 2006, I guess when, Johnny was still in diapers, we,
I was a Smash player back then. I'm sorry.
oh yeah. But yeah, like back then, when Roski was holding tournaments, Greensboro was the epicenter of the North Carolina FGC. Because if you think about it, I said this in the documentary that GK made for the first IFM. Greensboro's in the middle of the state, so it kind of made sense for everybody to come to us because it was literally an hour and a half from Charlotte, hour and a half from Fayetteville, hour and a half from Raleigh Durham. So I'm just happy that it's getting back to somewhat of that feeling that we had back then. But to get back on topic, IFM 15 was cool. It was hype. We had we had like 20 something competitors, but we had Monty there, which she's going to be joining us a lot more often, a lot more frequent um, than usual. Um, and obviously Hendo was there, and we had some players, some RDU players, we had some Charlotte players. It was just a nice, you know, competitive local tournament, and that's all I can ask for. And as long as people are having fun, that's really all that matters. I think we had some upsets. I don't have the bracket in front of me, but I
Upsets.
yeah, I think Monty took a game off of Fish Sauce, and I think she was about to beat him, but then Fish Sauce he's super calm and he knows what he's doing, so he had to go ahead and you know take care of his business.
Oh yeah, he did. I see it.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I got it. I got it up on the screen. So even though you don't have to bracket up, I got it on the fit. He did take a Money did take one off of him. Good stuff.
yeah. So
One thing I want.
Man.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm listening.
One thing I wanted to mention the most, the thing that honestly surprised me the most, is how good Fish Sauce did this tournament. Now, one thing we have to say, so like Fish Sauce definitely not a bad player. Like we're usually consistent top 3 to RDU monthlies, but as far as I know, Fish Sauce doesn't beat Hendo like that. Be fair, most people don't beat Hendo like that as it stands. Hendo, obviously, best player in the state.
I'm gonna beat Hendo one day. You just wait. Mark my words. The
Got
time
my
is numbered, my boy.
Give me time. But I was gonna say though, Hendo obviously was playing secondaries for a good amount of tournament. He was playing a lot of that Leo, and then got to the point where it was like, all right, I gotta play the Jin. But the lead Fish Sauce already had it, just couldn't be beaten. Fish Sauce beat Hendo to I think he knocked Hendo into winners and losers, or maybe Clam knocked Hendo into losers and Fish Sauce beat him. Like Clam,
From what I was looking at, Fishoff got knocked into losers by Hendo, and then he came back and beat Hendo, which is interesting. That's an interesting thought process, man. Like to be able to reset and come back and do your thing, man.
I was gonna say
Right.
it's like Fish Sauce is definitely a very strong player. I feel like a lot of times he can somewhat get overshadowed just by like, especially like you look at argue monthly and shit. It's like really, it's like Clam for a while has had Fish Sauce's number, and even through this tournament, we definitely saw that. But both very strong players. Seeing Fish Sauce, being Hendo, I think it's gonna be signs to come. What's gonna happen? Fish Sauce is like it feels weird because right now in the scene, we kind of have like the top three, right? The trifecta of people that we see that go to tournaments and like usually win. And that's it's basically like Hendo, Clam, Fish Sauce. We can say that for like when it comes to NC stuff. And then it's like, we have like the lower, like, bound of players where it's like, there's still goes like, that'll be like the J5s, the shit, Rays, actually you. Who shit, I'm trying to think of who else.
I mean, you got Franco. Food stamps is a wild card.
Yeah,
Uh,
Franco.
Danny can beat anybody if he puts his mind to it.
Yeah,
I mean, even like Benelli is an up and coming hidden boss in Greensboro. You know.
yeah, I think, Benelli definitely. Well, I think it's weird because like we're getting a lot of like newcomers, and it's like a lot of like the streaks that we're seeing are kind of broken. Like, like one thing I was gonna say, like Jennifer left me. Benelli did lose, Jennifer when he first came. Jennifer, one of the new triad players we have, plays Gigas, but it's hard to see. It's like, or was that just like him just not knowing the matchup, or is this actually something like Jennifer really is super sound? And Jennifer is very good. I think he went 4-2 last tournament. Beat him. I think he lost to Money. But yeah, I think overall though this tournament was pretty cool. It was a bit more chill. I commentated to get him out of this, but getting gas towards the end. But good little IFM. That's all we can really ask for. Good little IFM.
And I definitely appreciate Brand Domachi and the team, really coming through. Storm, everybody who works in the background, man. It is a lot of work to put these together. It is a lot of work and you got to give a shout out to all of them, man. It's a lot of work. GK, everybody who is working in the background, especially with IFM and Grown Man Monthly, man. Those are amazing, amazing tournaments here in North Carolina. You should check them out, definitely. Man, it is something different to watch. I mean, in like the starting to see the ladies come out and put them things on these fellas, man. It's a lovely thing to see.
Absolutely. I mean that's one thing that I definitely am proud about when it comes to grown man and IFM is we have the diversity. We have
Mm-hmm.
a lot of female competitors. Like I said, shout out to Samori. Very solid Needham player. Jessica and Retta are both making improvements with their characters. Um, Monty, unfortunately she plays Lucky Chloe, but hey, she's good. Hopefully she's not listening.
I
Oh
hope she
man,
is
Money gonna
listening.
come back up. Money gonna be here in 2 weeks. You might get the first to 5, brother. Might get our first to 5.
Now that's she got fight Rays.
Oh,
Yeah, she gotta go through me
what?
first.
Oh, no. I love it. Planning it for next to 2 weeks from now, man. I love to see it. I love to hear it.
And what's crazy
But-
too, bro, is that we have a whole backstory on how all this. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to cuss, but we have all this, this whole like.
Oh yeah, you good, man. You good. This is adult content. Don't worry about it, dude.
Right.
You handle your business.
Yeah. So me and Amani, I'm trying to think. I think we actually met first, just like on some like online type shit, playing Tekken and whatnot. And then when I went to Evo, I happened to run into her at one of my tables where I was gonna go play at. And I wanted to get some warm up games in. So I'm walking by. I'm like, hey, do you mind if I play? And she calls me out by my name. She was like, oh, hey, Raze. And I'm like, yo, who the hell is this? Who? What? Hi. Like, and she was like, you don't remember me? I'm like, huh? And she told me what her name was. I was like, oh shit, damn. All right, cool. So we sit down and we started playing like a little set. I want to say it was like a first to 5, and I smoked her in it. But it was, it was fun. It was GGs and whatnot. But she actually made it farther in bracket than I did. Um, so with that being said, I want to say that our next fight was like an online tournament. She beat me 2-0, if I'm not mistaken. 2-0 or 2-1. And y'all know Monty, she talks shit and whatnot, so I'm gonna talk my shit back, you feel me? So and what made it funny was we did a first to 10 on my dude Dr. PGMG. Shout out to him, bro, because he been holding down recently on PSN. But we ran a first to 10 and I fucked up so hard because he had the rule was for me I can only do like a whole character switch or whatnot, but I switched my characters 3 times without realizing it, and so at the time I got stuck with Lydia and she beat my Lydia, so that was now it's like 2-1 in a set type deal. So I'm like, all right, fuck, I can't let her beat me ever again. So maybe like a week after that, we did a whole nother first to 10, and it was 10-0, my win. And it's been like that ever since. So we just like continuously just talk shit. Like, I don't know why, but that's just what we do. So,
Yo, the chat is going crazy. Look, Moni done already said you ass, man.
You be alright. You will be alright.
And Samori said, "Hey, say a name 3 times, and then she appears." That's and that's so true. It's so true.
It's
Moni
right.
is in the chat. She like, "Look, I'm not here this week, but I am ready to talk my adverbial shit, dog."
So look, right? So what was IFM? We had 15, right? Was IFM 14 when we had like 50 something people come through? The one in January?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last year.
Yeah, so remember we were talking about how just go ahead and run the set. She didn't want to do it then. Respectfully, sucks. I know why. I respect that. You feel me? I was ready this time, and that's why I chose the shit out of her during this IFM. I did all that was on purpose, bro. All of it. It was
the inevitable tournament meet. Cause I was gonna ask you about that. Oh shoot, they actually met in the tournament. What was that?
Yeah, it was meant to happen. That's all I'm saying. It was just meant to happen. Now I ain't gonna hold you, right? That unblockable. If Monty's still listening, that unblockable, bro. I wanted to hear her with that shit, but I realized I was out of range the moment I started it. So I was like, fuck. But the 2-2 came in clutch. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out Noctis.
Oh my God, Moni is talking trash in the chat, boy. 2 weeks from now, it's gonna be on.
Hey, I'm just saying, if the money is right, bro, we can go ahead and run that money match. You feel me?
Oh,
hey, bro, don't get embarrassed, bro.
No words have.
You better get with him.
Samora's like, we want the money match. We want the money match. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Listen. Before we get in the first fight, we're gonna talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
But let's move forward. Hey, Brandometry, tell us when the next IFM is gonna be. Give us the deets, man. Where we going at? Where we gonna be at?
Yeah, so we're going to be back at the Room Event Center, which is the same place that we've had it in the past 2 months. It's going to be March 11th, 2023. It'll say 1 o'clock on the poster on the flyer, but obviously we're running on CP time, so it'll probably start around 2. Right? So yeah, show up. We are running a Tekken Tag tournament side bracket on PS2. I'll have 2 Brooks converters for everybody to use their own pad or stick. So just come by if you want to. It's just like $5 buy-in if you want to play some tag. I'm going to play tag. This will be the first time I technically compete in an IFM. So yeah, pull up, have fun. I think Samori said she's bringing some Virginia Beach people. Let's see. I think we're gonna have some Atlanta players show up. So. Hopefully RDU, Charlotte, Greensboro shows up, and yeah, we should have a good time. It'll be my birthday. It'll be my birthday tournament, so I really want to celebrate. I don't really celebrate my birthday like that, but I would really appreciate it if y'all just pull up.
Bro, is everybody having a birthday that week? Cause straight up, my birthday is that week too. It's the next week. It's the next Wednesday or Thursday, man. I was born on the 16th, so okay, man, cool. It's gonna be wild.
Yeah. So yeah.
It's gonna be wild. Everybody gonna have birthday fun. Let's do it. Yo, the chat's going wild right now. I love it. It's fun. Trash talk already happening. First five. That's what we talk about. That's what we love here, man. But since we were talking about the ladies, oh my gosh, the ladies, they did show up at this tournament. I respect it. I love it. I am all about it. You know what I'm saying? And so with that, man, oh man, I gotta do a little bit of a plug to one of my sisters here, Curly Angel, man. Because the question is, ladies, let me speak to you, ladies. Are you tired of going to the lab alone? I mean, some of us, you know, we play a little bit on the side, a little Tekken on the side. You want to get some practice in? Man, my girl Curly's got you, man. Curly Angels got you on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. They have a ladies session for you guys to come in, get your licks in, have some fun, do what you do, have the best. And like it says, only the baddest biddies play. Man, come on. You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready to come in this chat and do something big. So I'm just saying, Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Come holler at my girl Curly, man, and let the ladies help you out, help you learn some stuff. They be here and they be playing it, having that fun. So please, please, please come out, show some love.
And also, shout out to Trojan as well. So the girls are going to go pick up our guy Sir Gerald, and they're taking a trip to Dallas for Trojan's Just Us Baddies tournament series this next weekend. So be on the lookout for that as well.
Yeah, good luck to all of y'all on some real shit. Good luck.
Yeah, real.
That is what's up, man. The only baddie tournament. That sounds like a lot of fun. Well, I love it. I love it, and I love like promoting, especially my people, Sergeant Storm, Curly Angel, man. They've been around for me, so I always got to be around for them, and I always got to give it up to them. And I've just been watching the evolution, so it's wonderful to see these ladies coming out, especially IFM, and showing out, showing big, man. It's just a lot of fun. So please, Wednesdays nights, 8 p.m., man, and it's ladies only. So you know they make it a session for the ladies, so they can learn some stuff, get some technique, you know, talk to some people, talk some trash to each other, you know, a lot of the ladies that's here tonight. Yeah, there you go. You know I love you, Curly. You know you're my sister. So yes, please, Wednesday nights, 8 p.m., come holler at the ladies, get your practice in, get ready for the next IFM. All right. We got all of that going on, man. Let's talk about some tech. Let's talk about some new tech.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Oh boy, here we go. All right, so we're gonna start off with the characters. I'm gonna list off the characters for you real quick. We got Tekken 8 coming in live. We got Kazuya, of course. We got Jun Kazama. King's coming back. We got the return of Laws, Martial Law, got a little bit of Paul Phoenix, and Jack 8 so far listed on the Tekken 8 roster. What do y'all think about that?
You forgot Nina Williams.
Oh, Nina, that's right. Nina was added to this. That's right. Nina Williams was added at the last confirm.
Man, I don't know about caring about no Nina Williams.
Hey, you said it, man.
So here's a fun fact. So in every single Tekken that's ever dropped, there are characters that have been in.
I'm Troll Judge, Troll Jury, and Execute Troll,
Yoshimitsu, and Law. So I mean they haven't confirmed Heihachi yet, but there's no way Heihachi's not going to be in the game. Right?
There's no way.
No,
there's no way. There's
And-
no way.
And there's no way that Yoshimitsu's not going to be in the game either. So that I'm pretty sure.
Oh wow, they're gonna do that to him. You're gonna do Yoshimitsu like that.
Ethan, I was talking to Ethan. It's like, man, I really hope that, Yoshi's in. It's like, man, this character's been in every fucking game.
That's what I'm
This
saying.
man's in
Like
2 games. You don't gotta worry about that. You're chill.
Yeah. He'll be in the game. They're just Namco just bullshitting right now. So let's let them have their
Yeah,
fun
you know.
and go from there.
Or
Mm-hmm.
So who's gonna be playing what? Who's gonna be playing what?
um,
My
at the
character
moment,
isn't
I
confirmed yet.
yeah, I was gonna say mine is either because since it's still early, we don't know who is gonna be the full roster yet.
But off of base roster, if I was gonna play anyone, it would probably be honestly it would probably be Kazuya. Or maybe honestly maybe Jack. If he's just like pretty similar to how he plays in 7, then I'll probably play Jack.
So,
Just press a little bit down back 1.
oh, my fault, Gene. Go ahead.
No, I was literally just gonna say I just like that button. Go ahead.
All right, so because I am the what they call the DLC warrior, nigga. So look, all right. So look. So in Tekken 5, Devil Jin and King were were my go-to. And I still rock with Devil Jin still to Tekken 7. I just don't really play him like that. So with that being said, was just what we have right now, what they've shown us, it would be Jin King. It would be the two that I'll be running. But if with that being said, when we get more characters, I may look at Junk. I've never played Junk before, but I heard she was nice.
Basically, it was Asuka.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a Kazama, so it's for me it's nostalgia, cause like I played Tekken 1 and played Jun, so I don't know if I will play Jun Kazama, but that is my go-to when I see the current roster. Right now, it could change because we don't know what's coming next.
That's true.
So anything can happen.
And I want to point out too, right? Because people ask me like, who you gonna play when Noctis is gone? All right, so 2 points I want to add. Harada already said they're keeping his move list. Maybe not him, but his move list is coming back. For who, I don't know. But also Lydia is also coming back. She's also new, along with Falkram and Leroy. So he already confirmed that Lydia's gonna be part of the main story in some way. Don't know what that will be, but that would be the main that I'll be running in T8. And I think that's about it as far as that. Other than that, I would just wait and see what else they got. But for right now, it'd be Lydia, Jin, King.
Nice.
I mean, just whoever. I mean, I'm going to play the game. King. I mean,
hey, if they bring back Bob, but he's skinny, you gonna play him?
No, definitely not. I'm definitely not going to play Skinny Bob. I promote obesity. I don't do that skinny shit.
Yo.
God.
I mean, yeah, sure, man. You do what you gotta do.
One thing I will point out about the new cast. So you did mention like you did play Devil Jin a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious about what they're gonna do with Jin, because the whole entire thing about like the story in general is like, oh yeah, they're trying to like unbreak the chains of fate or some shit. And basically, from what it looks like, from what we've seen, Jin, like regular Jin, just has Devil Jin moves. So I don't think they're gonna keep them separate, or they're just gonna make like they're gonna get rid of Jin being a Mishima like at all.
So honestly, like this is just me speculating and whatnot, right? So with Jin having to be using like his devil powers or whatnot, it would make sense because how they were promoting it, just to lead them to as is. But Devil Jin is such a really popular character. I wouldn't be surprised if they just add him in, the satisfy the fans or whatnot.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I can see Devil Jin being DLC. Like no shit.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Like I think they may do something with like they're gonna have like awakened characters. So like like how like in KOF DCD you would know about this. You know how like they have like Orochi, Sherman, Yashiro, and Chris.
Oh yeah. They're doing something like that.
They may do some shit with that. Like they'll start like selling like characters like the Devil Gene. Like they may like having like maybe like fucking like angry Heihachi or something where like he plays more like Jinpachi. They're like Devil Jin where it just plays like more like OG, Devil Jin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. I think this game's gonna take more of a Street Fighter V approach to how the roster works, where like they don't give you anything and you have to buy $10,000 worth of DLC.
Jesus Christ! You're really gonna go there now?
Bro, this is how it's gonna go. I swear.
They
Uh,
definitely already made it Street Fighter 5 because they put fucking V Trigger in the game.
Bro,
Well, let's get into it then, since we gonna start talking about it.
Oh yeah.
Rage Art is now a common command, and the whole rage system is gone. They're bringing in the recovery gauge from Tekken Tag and
sort
the
of.
heat gauge system.
No.
So-
Rage isn't gone. Rage isn't gone. It's still,
It's not gone. It's just got common command now. It's not. It's a part of the heat gauge
yeah, I was
system.
gonna say, Rage, yeah, no, well, Rage still exists. Rage Art's still in, but Rage Drive is just gone now.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I hate Rage Drive, but I also fucking hate Rage Art. So really, I was honestly thinking, like, I think Rage Art is fine because I think it's just gonna be more of like a combo ender than anything. Rage
Yeah.
Drive is stupid though. I think it's also like, especially like Rage Art is like more like centralized. It's like, oh, you just press this button and then like everyone has the same thing. I think that's good because I think there's definitely like times where it's like, wow, this character's Rage Drive is really broken or like fuck all useless. Like Law's Rage Drive has been notoriously dog shit until like the most recent patch. Some Rage Arts will just whiff. You know, there's also like some knowledge check where like, oh, most Rage Arts are mids that you can launch punch. This one's safe. This one's a low. You have to like step this one. It's like this. It's like I feel like this game's already really knowledge check heavy. So having already a comeback mechanic that requires you to know more shit about it, I'm not a big fan of. One thing I don't like is a common command though, because now they're gonna move a lot of moves for certain characters. Like I was thinking about, like, you know, Steve, he's probably gonna get in, really popular character, been in since 4. What is the Sonic Fang? Because Sonic Fang is down for 1+2. There's just like a bunch of random things like that. I'm not a big fan of the changes when it comes to Rage, in my personal opinion. I honestly think, if anything, just bring it back to like 6, where like you just get Rage and you do more damage. Get rid of Rage Drive, get rid of Rage Art. Then I think we're Gucci.
You know what, bro? And I didn't even think about it. Well, not for Steve, but I know for Lydia, she loses her right arm parry, which is, it's not bad because you don't really see a lot of Lydia's use it. But I use it to, the pressure because that shit is only like -2 on block, but +8 on hit if you don't get the actual parry on. But I mean, if you do get the parry, it's a shit ton of damage and you get okay.
Yeah. One thing I will
Um,
say, I don't think they're gonna take moves out, but they're gonna just move them in different spots. But I think I think it's just a weird thing to do. If anything, just make it like a button.
it
Like,
is.
well,
Yeah.
no, yeah, but they're making a common command was just down for 1+2, but like, just make it like a button, like always. Just make it so like, all right, you just press this button and you get it, and so it doesn't like.
Well, if you hit down forward R1, I mean down forward R2, it's the same thing.
I guess but, even like 7, there is a way that does it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just talking.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No. I mean, I I was just looking at for players like me who are hella cautious, it's going to improve your aggression because, or it should. The way it's setting out now is like a lot of the way it's going to be played now is not it's not safe play. They're pushing more aggression. They're pushing more, hey, we want you to punch, we want you to get in, we want you to take more risk, because with that risk you're going to get more heat gauge. Your heat gauge is going to slow down. You have more access to power, all that stuff. Your recovery gauge is based on aggression. So it's like a lot of it is more aggressive now as opposed to playing safe. So, yeah, but then again, you may have great players who are able to play that safe game and still be aggressive. So I don't know. To me, it just seems like it kind of it simplifies it down a little bit enough for some of your basic players, but it also gives them a chance to be more aggressive too in those situations.
I'm gonna give it like a massive buck. Just like this is like real. I'm not gonna lie. Parada's fucking stupid for all the shit he's doing. I can't take this shit, bro. The game. Here's my main thing. They're gonna buff aggression, but knowing how the game's been passed, they're not gonna buff movement. So the whole entire thing is the game's just gonna be about forcing safe 50/50s through heat system. Which the problem is, I think aggression is already really strong in this game. They nerfed sidestepping in this game already. They've nerfed general movement across the cast. They, like in general, we already have rage, especially when you get that, rage drive basically is all right, I press this, I force a mix up, or I just get hella plus frames, and you do like whatever you want. I don't like the idea. It's like, oh yeah, when you make the game more aggressive. I think what they should do is like, yeah, you can make the game more aggressive by doing various things, but I think you should make it so like the game could be more player expressive. Because the whole entire thing is like, I'm an anime player, so I'm used to the idea of like, oh yeah, you do this, you force something on someone. You know, I think that's an okay thing to like happen. But the problem is like they're trying to like neuter a lot of the aspects of the game where it's like defense is like a very known thing. Defense is already hard in this game, especially how like things have shot out being movement not being as strong. Unless they like show us that like there are defensive capabilities of the game match up to par to the aggression, then I don't think it's going to be a fun game to play. I think it's just going to be a lot about just staying in someone's face, just forcing mix-ups, and then playing the defense doesn't feel good. Playing the defense is already hard in this game, so adding this on top of that, and more likely the movements is going to be worse because new Tekken games don't like you moving. I'm scared for where it's going to go. Other Tekken
So
folks I can speak on that.
let me go ahead and get this short little point out the way because some more out here talking about I thought they would waste time with Lydia, but hey man, don't disrespect my woman like that. Don't ever do that.
Hey,
I will.
raise,
Hey,
raise.
yeah.
She just polygons, man. She's not a real woman.
He said,
Oh my god.
Yo.
Hey,
Polygons, man. No, just fucking
Best
with
thing
you.
I've heard all night. Best thing I've heard all
I just
night.
wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that.
She just apologize, bro.
hey, but no. So back to the topic, right? The whole like heat system and shit. I'm 50-50 with it, right? Like it looks fun as hell, and that I think it's a great idea. The only thing I'm concerned about is if like we saw how Nina is going to be using hers, and Nina's already like a pressure next up heavy type character. But imagine Heat with her wrong though,
Imagine
and then
he does
yeah,
test this and he makes himself safe.
I mean right, but then at the same time, it looks like they nerfed the damage too for like a little bit.
I guess,
Not,
but like the problem is if you can keep on forcing a situation multiple times, it doesn't matter. Like
I mean, true.
one
So
of the example for me is Milia in fucking any like Guilty Gear game. She doesn't do a lot of damage. You have to block 4-way mix-ups every fucking touch. You just have to hold that, and it makes it so like the only way there is interactivity is through like levels of just being able to like a bar out, mash out, just play certain levels of defense. But the
right,
way Tekken is structured, the gameplay is always somewhat interactive in a sense. Like there's very rare in this game where there are checkmate situations outside like tech traps, and even then, you just have to tech the correct way. Like
that's true.
you know what
And
I'm saying?
honest,
It feels like they're trying to make a lot of stuff in this game more guaranteed. Which I'm not
and
saying is inherently a bad thing, but the game has always been structured in a way where it's not guaranteed.
true. And honestly, CJ, if you could replay that clip with King in it, when they were showing off King's
Yeah.
that shit. So I think it is just me, just me theorizing and whatnot. So the heat dash and whatnot, it looks like it's just a straight, just like an armor move, right? And it could be something different too. But if you notice when he's doing the heat dash shit and while it's like punching and whatnot, it looks like like the whole power crush animation and shit. And then he gets grabbed. So I'm thinking there's going to be like ways to get around the whole like heat dash, heat system and whatnot. We just have to play the game and see what it is, honestly. And also I would not be surprised if we get more 2Ds. I ain't gonna hold you. I think because and these maybe this is me just being a hopeful and whatnot, but I wouldn't be surprised if you get like a Guilty Gear character in here in T8.
Oh god.
That maybe that's hey, it's the copium talk. I ain't gonna hold you, or like the
If any
hopium or
Guilty Gear
whatnot.
character gets in, I'm just playing them. I'm tired of that shit.
Listen, I just
Hey,
need a Baki representative in that game. I'm gonna go to cap. I just
I
need a
want
Baki
biking in
representative.
T8. I will say this until the game comes out. I want biking in T8. That'd be
I want
crazy.
Baki.
Just play Sam's show. She's already in.
No, I ain't playing. About to learn a whole new game, bro. Nah.
Bro,
I just want to
you
find
say
you,
you
dude.
like biking so much, you don't play your girl in the game. She's actually good, and that's crazy.
Hold on. See, you really not about to disrespect me on this,
I'm
right,
not
bro?
disrespecting you, dog. I'm just saying you're trying to fucking play, dog. You know.
Look, bro, I play Guilty Gear. The only thing I'm struggling right now is just learning the frames and learning how to punish. That's about it. Other than that, I'm pretty good.
To be fair, most punches in this game is like, alright, if someone does something like obscenely fucking unsafe, you kind of just 5p them. Or you just go slash.
Yeah,
Not a,
true, true.
Strive is pretty simple to like pick up, especially if you're playing biking. That character doesn't think.
Like, see, here you go. Disrespecting my
so
lady.
so so listen. Oh my
I'm not
god.
shit talking you, dog. I play chaos. I'm carried.
Hey, he got that, bro. I can't argue with that. Fuck chaos.
So how do you guys? I mean, so you guys don't think? How did you feel like in 7 about the the rage art system, rage art system? How did you feel about it initially? How was your initial feelings when you played T7 and messed around with rage art?
First glance, I didn't like it.
Man, fuck rage. Man, I genuinely hate rage so much.
I like Rage Art, but I don't like Rage Drive, honestly.
No, that's how I feel. Rage art, I guess it's okay, but it's like, I feel like that. All right, rage drive. You get hit by rage drive. All right, yeah, you got fucked up. But it's like it makes like most like knockdowns, like it makes knockdowns feel like RPS at times. And the
Right,
thing
because
is,
whatever.
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say so like so in general, Tekken isn't like an RPS game. It feels like you have so much mobility and like ability to move. It's very rare there are like RPS situations outside like random tech shit with like Yoshi, Zhao Yu, characters with like things of that nature. Rage R definitely adds to like the factor where if like you gotta realize all right, they they get a read on what I want to do, get knocked down, you just wake up Rage Art, you hit them. Rage Drive, I just despise for the fact that like I think the disparity of like what because is a good or bad race drive is very, very, very immense. But also, it's like I just don't like. It's like, oh yeah, throw this, force a mix up or B plus. I think it's a really bad system. It's because it's basically what it's trying to do is just trying to force offense to like create comeback situations. Which I'm not saying comeback mechanics aren't bad, but I feel like they need to be done in a way where they're not bad. But the problem is most people don't know how to like make that shit. So like,
True, true.
True. All right, Rays, what you got? Why? How do you feel about the rage art?
So, all right. So, me personally, like first, like getting into it, my honest thought was, yo, this nigga not this got like a shit ton of swords coming out his ass, bro, with rage art, bro. Bet. Um, but I mean, I don't particularly mind it. I think some of the rage drives are kind of annoying. Like, I don't like dealing with Marduk's rage drive because it's a fucking mix. Um, I'm trying to think of who else I really don't really mess with.
Eddie's race drive is a mix.
Yeah, Eddie's rage drive is a mix, bro.
all right, hold no, I can speak on this. That shit is ass. I will teach you how to beat that. No, listen. If it's not up, if I rage drive you and it's not up close, you can backdash. And
Of course, it has no range
That's true.
for sure.
yeah, I was gonna say also if you want to just up and jump up legitimately.
Jump
You
up.
can literally up back. If I hit you low, you just
Oh,
and if I hit you Mirage, it's not enough damage to do anything. I get nothing and you get nothing. You just lose a bit of
huh.
health. And usually, if I'm in a situation where I'm throwing out rage drive when I'm like you're not on the wall or anything, it's because I need to make a comeback.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, no, I will teach y'all how to be Eddie. Y'all can't be losing to me. Y'all don't be
Man.
losing to me, but like eventually I'll start beating y'all's asses.
But like honestly, like on some real shit, honestly, I really don't mind it. I mean, I guess it's mainly because of the characters that I play. But I mean, I've dabbled with like with Mishima's, Dragunov, Steve and whatnot, and I still really don't mind their rage drives.
I
I think
fucking I
also
can't
like
stand Noctis' Rage Drive. I swear to God, I can't stand that Rage Drive.
Hey, and you know what's crazy about his shit too, bro? Is at the wall it would chip you. So like if I see that you're 1 HP, I'm just gonna toss that shit and just let the wall kill you.
Oh yeah.
You're just horrible for them. You're just horrible for that. We all want to suffer so hard.
It's +2 on block and like it's weird because I like it and I don't like. I like it for the range and the shit I can do because if it's on hit at the wall, I can get a free combo off of that. But from what I've seen, and maybe this is just like an online thing that I've been seeing too. If when I hit people with it, they'll immediately do like a power crush right after because Nihilus can just straight up just counter hit you, if you press or anything like that. Like with
Yeah.
I gotta look at it. Hold on, it's boom, and then so when he's in his roll animation, he can just do forward forward 1+2 and clip anybody with it. But people online they'll just throw out a power crush, so that kind of kills it. So it's a love hate relationship that I have with that rage drive. But I mean, at the same time, I'm fucking +2. That's my fault if I'm getting hit by something like that. So
That's like as plus Noctis will ever be on anything.
Yo,
well,
Brandon,
his survival running 1+2 was +11.
Yeah, but
that's true.
Yeah, but you just step that shit. What happens then?
I mean, hey, if you got that movement to step it, bro, at like a short range, all
Shit,
power to you.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. If it is close range, it is kind of hard. But I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like most of the Noctis plus frames are really just like you kind of just step that shit. As much as I hate Noctis, his counterplay is very like. I think his
Oh
counterplay
yeah.
is pretty obvious. He has real shit, but it's like a lot of it's not.
Oh yeah. He's a lot better than people really make him out to be. Honestly, I won't say he's like top, like 10 or anything like that, but I'll say he's at least like top 30, somewhere in there.
I'm not gonna lie, and we no one has mentioned it yet. I don't like the way they're going about like the taking damage on chip and stuff. Because
Oh yeah.
bro, whenever I see it, what do I see? I see fucking SF5 gray health. This shit, I think gray health is a horrible mechanic. I think especially in a game with like already real chip damage, I think having gray health, especially in a game like this, is really stupid.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of this whole I can just, press buttons and get all my health back type shit. I don't know about that one. We
Yeah,
gonna see.
I mean, be real with me. Be real with me. Would you rather have that, or would you rather have how the recovery gauge was in Tekken Tag 2? Which one you would rather prefer having?
T7. That wasn't a choice, but I'm gonna just straight up to just say T7.
Yeah, but the thing is also it's like this isn't a tag game. Like just being able to recover like health, unless like maybe they make it so it's like you have like blue health and then you recover it through the system. That would be cool, I guess. But I don't know, man. I think that shit's kind of stupid. But
I can see that. I can see that, but let me put this to you though. Think about this, right? In KI, in the new KI, they have the moments where you can come back from like fatalities or something like that. That secondary burst of energy, and MK does it too, I think. Where you can come back and have that second fight. What if things like that happened in the tournament, or let's say you were in a tournament and somebody was getting cooked at the beginning, right? And then all of a sudden they catch a mix up. It now then after that mix up possibly evens the balance back, and now they have an even bar with that person instead of already being in a major losing, even though they may have caught them once. A lot of times if you see that catch, unless you're an extremely good player, there is no balancing of the health bar. Like it doesn't bring that, that possibility of saying, hey, you caught this guy, you caught him lacking, and now he caught you for a good minute. Now you catch him for a little bit, and now you have a chance to kind of even out that health bar to give a second chance to the fight, as opposed to, hey, you're way, way down, you're way far behind. That's what I see.
Boy,
So there's kind of plus and minus to it.
I have a lot to say about this. All right, so I am a no anti-comeback mechanic person. That I think if you've talked to me about fighting games at all, you probably hear that at some moment. All right, I think in that my general fucking opinion, if you so the thing is, comeback mechanics stop becoming fun when they become a lot of part of how the game like is incentivized, or like comebacks don't become hype when comeback mechanics are over centralized. So let me give my big example. SF5. SF5 is really bad for a multitude of reasons. Great helps, but a big reason is a V trigger system. Now, if we're gonna talk about this from like a major's perspective, V trigger is so over centralizing. Your character can be bad, but if you have a good V trigger and good ability to build V trigger, because V skills build V trigger, if you have a good V trigger, you can legit be top tier. That's how a lot of the game ended up going. So, for example, Colleen, she was always kind of like mid. Once V trigger 2 came out, she became obscenely top tier. One of the best characters in the game. For a while, G was like top 10 because his V trigger 1 was so strong. It became one of those things where it's just like you wouldn't even get robbed. You would just actually you would get robbed. But the problem is the game has became such revolved around V triggers that if you have a bad V trigger, and even though you have you're a solid character but bad V trigger, you're legit worse. A lot of the game became centralized around just comeback mechanics, which means whenever you see a comeback, the only time you're hyped about it when it's not even a V trigger comeback. So adding comeback mechanics so deep and centralized to the game, it creates problems with the hype or the game flow of the game. Because it's like, oh yeah, it's like you could be like playing, it's like, oh well, this dude just lost, and it's like, wow, that was like not hype at all. This dude just like this dude just activated V trigger and then two touched him with an unreactable like mix up, or just everything is better now. I don't think inherently giving better players a better shot through comeback mechanics what makes the game interesting. What makes the game interesting is how do like people that are at a deficit make that lead back up again without comeback mechanics. You could, like, I'm not saying comeback mechanics are a bad thing, especially if they're made properly, but I think comeback mechanics that like aren't super like ingrained or made well, that's where the problem goes down. My favorite example of a comeback mechanic that's done well, in my personal opinion, is Sparking Blast. So if you've ever played Dragon Ball Fighters, there's a mechanic called Sparking Blast. So think of it as like X Factor from Marvel 3, but you only have it for per match. It can be used as like a burst. So when you're on knockdown, you can sparking. You can just like get off. People get off you. You also do more damage. You have more combo abilities opened up. So you can save. So as your characters die, they get stronger. So you can save your sparking for your last character, and it's stronger. Or you could use it for level 1 to maintain momentum and keep that team lead. I think that's a good way to design a mechanic because in general it adds dynamics to it. You want to, all right, let's say you hit someone and attack their assist. You want to get the momentum and kill both their character, or want to at least kill one of their characters for like absolutely free. Yeah, spin sparking, do that. You already have a health lead. They may have sparking, but in general, you have the momentum if you're confident in that. The problem is you make it like comeback mechanic basically be like, all right, this is just a 50, like, back and forth 50-50, and where the risk reward is overly skewed to one side because they're losing. I think it's not well designed at all.
All right. Well, well, I mean, there are a lot of things that are going to be interesting about Tekken 8. There are a lot of things that are going to be good about Tekken 8. There's a lot of things going to be crazy about Tekken 8. But let's ask the final question. I'm going to get it from Brandometry, man. What are you hyped for when it comes to Tekken 8? What are you hyped for? What are you most hyped for?
Just the continuation of the fellowship in the community. Just people coming back. There's a lot of people who are kind of tired of Tekken. I think Johnny said that he's going to chill on Tekken for a minute. So you got people who are kind of like, okay, I'm over this game. I got kids, who I've taught that are younger than Tekken 7, right? So it's an old ass
It's
game.
true.
So
It's true.
This game was born in 2015, and here we are 2 years out of 2025. So it's a pretty old game by fighting game standards, and a lot of people are just ready for a new game. So I'm anxious to see what Namco does with the Unreal Engine 5. I think is what they're using.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we see what Namco does as far as lobbies. Hopefully this is built from the ground up with proper rollback netcode. Hopefully we have crossplay. I have a pretty large. Hopefully they bring back Bake. Bake and Alex are my two favorite characters in the Tekken universe. So, and both of them missed the mark in Tekken 7. So, whatever they put out, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna give it a fair shot. A lot of people are definitely disappointed with what has been revealed with the aggression and the heat mechanic and stuff, but we haven't played it yet, so we gotta hold we gotta reserve our thoughts until we actually play it. It might not be that bad.
All right. DCD, tell me what you hype for.
I'm excited to get back into Tekken as a competitive player because I'm not much of a, I don't put much effort into Tekken 7 because I know Tekken 8 is still development and God knows when is it going to come out, and I know Ping told me a few months back that hey, you should just start playing Tekken 7 so you get used to the whole mechanics and all stuff. Like, yeah, I want to get used to it and all that stuff, but Tekken 8 is like right around the corner, so I don't know if I want to like continue playing Tekken 7 or just wait until Tekken 8 comes out so I can play that game competitively, like put some effort into the game. But also,
That's what's up.
I want to see Baki in the game as well.
Oh man, I saw the Baki. I was like, oh, that maybe might be hype. Might be for us anime lovers. That might actually be hype.
Yeah. Because hear me out. Baki fits really well in the Tekken community. Well, the Tekken verse actually, because the way how he fights can be so well. I think he gives the Mishimas run for their money. Like you can like picture him, Yujiro, and Jack fighting the Mishimas. You can just
Oh my
picture it.
god.
They just fighting
Oh
the
man,
Mishimas.
they can't. I mean, I can see them putting Baki in this, but Yujiro, that might be a whole nother level of crazy. I mean, that's
What do you think?
Yujiro Akuma fight.
I mean,
A
you said
Yujiro Akuma fight, man.
you telling me
But
you telling me that Yujiro can just like smoke them with no difficulty.
I don't know if they was smoked in with no difficulty. It is Yujiro Hama though. If you know your anime, if you
Yeah,
know it.
because if we were to put down the feats Yujiro puts like Yujiro like has done in the series, I don't know if the Tekken characters can give Yujiro a run for his money.
Oh my gosh, this will be interesting. It'll be interesting.
I mean,
All right,
if
Race.
it's not Baki, I'm sorry. If it's, I'll ask one more thing. If it's not Baki in
Okay.
the game or any other Baki characters, I guess I'll go for Omo Tokita from Kinkon Ashura. I guess I'm nothing on my
Oh
other
my
option.
god. You
I,
trying to get overpowered people to come into the game, man. We already got Akuma. Come on, man.
They put Noctis in. They put fucking Noctis. I don't want to hear it from you, dude.
All right, Rays. Hey, Rays, help me out, man. Tell me what you hype for.
Damn, so he's just gonna disrespect my boy not just like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll go on if you want me to. I'll go on if you want me to.
But no, okay. So I'm gonna be real with you, right? And my most the most thing I'm excited for like just for I'm gonna break it down to parts. For character wise, is seeing what Lydia's gonna look like. Honestly, I am really fucking with the outfits that everybody's wearing, especially Jins and Kings. I think those two so far are like the best outfits that I have for T8. But I'm really hyped to see what they're gonna bring for Lydia. Um, from a an aspiring pro player standpoint, I'm excited to be learning a new game because with 7, I kind of came in late. I started playing around like 2017, like towards the end of season 2, and it just like casuals, and then somewhere like towards the beginning of season 3, I kind of started taking the game more seriously. Um, but for that for that standpoint, I'm excited because T7, I've made a lot of accomplishments like shit that I wouldn't even thought of, like from years ago. I wouldn't even, just think about like going to Evo and all that shit. I never really dreamed about that. I never really thought about it until I started, playing Tekken 7, seeing what the scene was about and whatnot at FGC. Um, I never thought I was even going to, take a trip to Vegas, but I went. Um, So with that being said, I think T8 will be the biggest splash in this big ass ocean of players that I'll make. I think T8 would be the one to set me off into the pro career.
All right, last but not least, Johnny, hit us up. Tell us what you hype for. What you hype for?
What I'm hyped for? To be completely honest, what I'm hyped for, I'm hyped to stop playing this fucking dog shit Tekken 7 we have right now. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I genuinely Tekken 8. If it's bad, then I'm just not gonna play it. I'm not really gonna be on it. But really, for me, it's like I just want a breath of new fresh air because the 3D fighter scene is dead as fuck. SoCal 6 doesn't exist. Virtual Fighter 5, you have to play on PS4. I don't got a PS4. Really, I just want we need something to shake up the scene because right now we're in this weird limbo where we're just waiting for games to come out, and new games that have came out sucked ass. DNF Duel, ass. Fucking Multiverses, ass. We're just stuck in a perpetual cycle of waiting for game to be good, hopefully. And now the big three is actually dropping shit. We actually got stuff like, oh yeah, SS6 is rocking, Tekken 7, Tekken 8 is gonna drop. And then who knows, maybe some other shit. But really, it's kind of trying to fill something in the time. But I just excited to play a new game. That's awesome where I'm at.
All right. My goodness, we have talked a lot about Tekken, and we're gonna talk just a little bit more about it. But actually, we're gonna transfer over and talk about some basic terminology. Let's see. No, not that. All right, let's do it. Hop kick. So for this, we're going to talk about this. This is the glossary at infill.net. This is the fighting game glossary. It does a lot of great things for you, and I'm always going to self-promote. I'm always going to promote this as much as possible because it has taught me a lot about basic terminology that I've been missing in my repertoire when I go around the tournaments and try to hear things. You can just pull it up on your phone, type it in, boom, there it is, right? So let's talk about a hop kick. It's really basic, really simple, kind of straightforward. We're gonna evolve our talking and get stronger in the language as we go along. But hop kicks is basic, right? It's a Tekken move that hops off of the ground and kicks into the air, dodging throws and launching opponents. So it also is really good. It shows the actual video, and of course, all of our Lucky Chloe haters get to enjoy some Lucky Chloe.
I
Oh,
was
my
never
Lord.
says that.
What the fuck is this? Get this shit off my.
Hey, look. So, I mean, you gotta hate Lucky Chloe, but listen, I mean, she got the hop kick, bro.
I don't know about that one.
I don't hate her.
People just throw that shit out and just Lucky Chloe, so you probably get hit by it, then lose fucking 80 because she needs to do that much damage. Man, fuck
Oh,
this.
God.
I'm tired
That's
of this shit.
Hey, the damage is ridiculous.
Oh man, he's just so
Bonnie,
done
you hear me?
tonight.
I mean this. Fuck this character.
Oh my God.
I love this kid. I don't know what you're smoking.
Look. Here's what I say, man. Hop kick is something that you're gonna see from a number of different characters. Hopefully, we're gonna see the hop kick return, but hopefully, we'll get some interesting things coming out. Oh my God.
It's all good. It's all good.
So I'm gonna get the Raise and Brandometry. I want you guys to as we're sitting here looking at this, I'm gonna pause it and I'm gonna talk. I would love for you to give me your veteran stance on movement. Like, I'm a new player. I'm just trying to figure it out. Tell me what you would tell a new player that is looking into movement and just starting out in the Tekken scene.
You want to go first, Raze? You want me to go first?
I'll let you go first.
All right. So one thing that I, try to prioritize, or I tell my students, people that I teach, how to play Tekken to prioritize his moving. I think that's you can get away with just like good movement and understanding of pokes and mix-ups, like basic mix-ups, and you can beat like 25% of the people who come to a tournament just off of moving. I believe that movement is, obviously is very important. It took me a long time to have my decent Korean backdash on one player side and two player side. Because one player side, you're using more of your wrist, um, or no, use more of your hand for one player side, and two piece side, you use your wrist. So like, backdash to 11, backdash to the right are two totally different metas in this game. But you know, the the best what's the word I'm looking for? The best remedy, to correct your errors in movement is practice, right? Got to practice.
Mm.
So, get tell people when you first start out, just go to Infinite Azure or go to Arctic Snowfall, right? These infinite stages. Is there another infinite stage in the game? Like starting off round one, it's just those two, right?
It's just Infinite Azure and Arctic
Yeah,
Snowfall.
Yeah,
From what I
Infinite
know.
go
yeah.
Infinite Azure and Arctic Snowfall, and just backdash. Just do that for whatever your favorite character is, and just get your backdash good for at least 15 to 20 minutes a day,
Oh yeah.
right?
Um. Oh yeah. Do you want me to go on,
Yeah,
Brandon?
go ahead.
Yeah. So for movement, I'll say, and this is from kind of just dabbing around here and there with the movement now for different characters. Every character has a different backdash, in my opinion. And different ways to move. So I'll use Kunimitsu and Safina. Their backdashes are insane. They can damn near backdash at anything, but you still need to practice on backdash. You still need to practice on sidestep and moves and whatnot. So for new players to come in, I'll say find the character that you like to play first. Um, and if you like that character, practice with them. Go and like Brandon was saying, going to on the infinite stage and just practice backdash. And there's several videos on YouTube that you can look to help you learn and master backdash. And like the main two that I go to is from Anakin and FDX. Um, yeah, that's a little biased because I'm a big FDX fan. But
Bro,
uh,
we know. We-
hey man, hey man, hey man.
bro, we all know about the Raise DS. That shit was
Look, hey
Oh
man, look,
crazy.
no,
no,
not
listen.
DS, not DS, not
Look,
DS.
No.
hey,
Hey,
bro, hey Johnny, bro, hey Johnny. People stop disrespecting me when I'm talking about talking.
Brian isn't
I'm about
disrespecting
to
me.
put.
I'm just saying that was a thing that happened.
I'm about to pull you to the side, bro. We gonna have a talk. Nah. No, the reason why I bring him up is if you watch his backdash for any character, it is flawless. It is, I'll say, in my opinion, like one of the
No, I
best in the
will
whole
say
FG.
his backdash is actually fucking insane.
Yeah, it's crazy, and the only reason that he got to that point is because he put that time in to
yep.
backdash. So and that's all it really is. It's just practice and putting that time in.
Now, with that being said, you do
Hmm.
not have to Korean backdash to move,
Yeah, you
right?
don't have to. No.
It's the most efficient. You can freestyle. I mean, back when before I couldn't backdash before I couldn't Korean backdash, I would just backdash and then sidestep and cancel that sidestep to another backdash, rinse, wash, and repeat. You can do that, right? You can get away with that.
Hmm.
But once you get up to that level, that high level or that intermediate level or low intermediate level, it's just easier to kind of just like put it in your muscle memory and just focus on neutral, right?
Oh yeah.
And
One,
the matchups and stuff like that. Yeah.
one thing I do want to mention here is that Korean backdashing is needed for certain characters. So characters with like a backsway or like they have like quarter circle back into like a stance, you do have to Korean backdash with them. Anakin, in this video right now, Brian, you actually do have to Korean backdash with him. He has backsway. You have to Korean backdash with Brian, Paul. There's a
And
couple
Nina,
other
and
characters.
Nina, Brian Paul,
Nina,
and Nina are
yeah.
the
Yeah,
backspin
Nina.
character.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Does
if you
Anna
play
have a
the
backslide?
No,
Yeah, she does. Wait, does she?
no, she doesn't. No, she
Oh,
doesn't.
she doesn't. Okay.
No, it's just three characters: Nina, Paul, and Brian.
Wait. So yeah, if you're playing Brian in the first place, you're already dedicated to just sitting in the training mode for 5 hours every day. So, but that is one thing you should know.
Oh yeah, definitely. If for those players who want to learn how to properly do KBD, then those three characters would be definitely the way to go to learn Korean backdash. And it's gonna take time to like. You will never get it the first, on the first day, second day, third day,
No, I was
fourth
gonna
day.
say mine still is bad, and like I've made that like a thing to practice. But I
Mm.
play Eddie now, so I actually do have to do the back core circle back method.
Nah, damn.
No, fun fact about Eddie. So his Korean backdash is actually bad. It doesn't give him. So you have to do the reverse wave dash motion with Eddie because it gives him more space. It makes him go back farther. So my backdash is naturally just worse.
Huh.
In that aspect. But
That's interesting.
yeah, don't play this character. I fucked up.
All right, man. We have been going at this for an hour and 15 minutes. It has been a wonderful, wonderful time, but I think we're going to wrap this up by talking about first to five, right? So we have enjoyed ourselves, had a little bit of a conversation about everything that was going on lately. But what I want to talk about is the first to five. Now I'm gonna basically break it down while we're sitting here watching Anakin do some great movement practice. But first to five is basically call outs from, and I love Handshake House and I love 10 Frame Tuesdays. So if we got some call outs that come out from there to here, hey, I'm down for it. But we just want to, two men or women into one man or woman leaves, man. That's just the way it works. And so it's the first to five. And it looks like we already got our first to five set up for the next time around. Look like Moni King Ray's is ready to battle it out on some tacky, man. Well, it's gonna be some wonderful, wonderful stuff to watch. So okay.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man, the trash talk has already begun. We got 2 weeks out, man. But man, oh man, it is one of those things that I want to try to encourage people to get into those first to fives, not only to play and to talk trash and bust everybody's chops, but to get that learning in, man, to get that extra lab time. Because money matches and first to fives is a lot. It's a lot about learning. Sometimes you get your butt whooped in the money match, and you want to know from that guy, what I'm doing wrong, where am I missing it, what am I missing at that point. So, and a lot of times, and I've seen this even when I've seen Justin Wong stomp the heck out of some people in a money match, he's always at the end, trying to give you some pointers on some things that you're missing, man. So a lot of and that's what I respect about the FGC is like sometimes you'll get your butt whooped and they will tell you why you got your butt whooped. look at you square in the face. Look, you did this 5 times and I saw it and I exploited your weakness. So just know that a lot of that is all about learning. It's about building and growing, and that's what first to five is all about. That's what we want to make sure that everybody in the podcast is having fun, enjoying themselves, but not just that. We just want everybody to get that news, get that understanding, and get some of the basics and fundamentals out the way. So so our new players can come in and be fighting with the best of us.
It's true, that.
So last thoughts, final thoughts, outros. Give them your Twitch, all that good info. Give them everything you got, man.
Oh damn, who want to go first? I got a laundry list of shit I want to say.
My list ain't as big, but we'll go ahead and play it. This is Pinkboy. Follow me on Twitter. That is a Pinkboy FGC, just the same thing than just FGC, Fine Game Community. I stream sometimes on Twitch. I'm planning on starting to speedrun stuff, and I may also just speedrun just show me playing fine games. That is Pinkboy Johnny. Same thing with JOHNNY as the end of the name. I don't know. I don't really got much to shout out. I don't know. Play BB Tag. It's a good game, I promise you. Yeah, that's basically it. Raze, you can go ahead. I assume you already got hell of shit you gotta do.
Oh yeah. I was gonna go last. To be honest with you.
You might as well go ahead and go now.
All right, yeah. All right, so hey, appreciate having me on here for CJ. Good luck. This
man.
Really dope. You can find me on Twitch at KingRays113, Twitter KingRays13. I also have an Instagram, but I really don't use that shit. But same thing, King Rays, and you'll find me. But to that first to five. So I'm gonna go ahead and call out my boy Hindo, bro, because I want the smoke.
Oh my god!
And
wow!
Listen, hold on. So reason being, bro, because I haven't fought Hendo in the longest, right? And I think the last time me and him fought, I want to say it was when you was having an ice and like at the houses, like at the house and shit. It was like when I first started coming to over there. So it's been a long time. So for the first to fight, it was just for fun. Like I want to play him and see where I'm at, against his skill level, because me and him have the same sensei and whatnot, or teacher. So with that being said, I want to smoke. You just play, have fun, whatnot, and just see where I'm at. Mining, you already know what it is. I'm gonna just beat your ass like ain't no fucking. Yeah, I'm tired of you talking shit. And I'll say, damn, if I got a list of people I want to fight, like 0-2, JJ Breeze. But I'll say those, but just know, like, I want the smoke soon.
Good shit.
But that's about it, yeah.
Good
But yeah,
shit.
Hendo, bro, I'm gonna need that. Who next?
I guess I'll go next. Well,
Yeah, DCD.
well, CJ, thanks for having us in the podcast. This is actually my first time doing a podcast with in general. Actually, I mean I know I didn't talk much, but I'll prove better next time when we discuss
all, man. It's all
future
good.
things. And you can find me
It
at
is all good.
Twitter and Decade DCD, and I also have Instagram as well. It's KRDCD. Yeah, it's just DCD at this point. And yeah, Common Rider for life.
All right. So yeah, just I guess follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, even though I don't do TikTok. Um, Brandometry is not Brandometry. It's not Brandonometry. It's a screen name that I came up with when I was in geometry class actually. Uh, I made it when I was like 14. So yeah, just follow me. I talk about other things other than games. I'm a sports fan. I like soccer. I like football, basketball. Um, you know, joke, into music, so on and so forth. Shout out to the IFM crew, Curly, Surgeon Storm, Retta, everybody else, GK. Shout out to all the people that support the event. Um, and hopefully y'all can show up for the March 11th tournament. We should have a good time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Shout out to CJ for having this podcast. It was pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Shout out to CJ for having this podcast. It was pretty cool.
That's what's up, y'all. So, as again, we have been having and enjoying ourselves a little bit. My name is CJ Thundara. I play every game under the sun. People say, "What do you play?" Like I literally say everything, bro. I literally play everything, but I straight up love to watch. I am your average spectator. I love to spectate, man. It is one of those things that I have loved to do over the last 10 plus years, because me and Storm have been friends since 2013, and I've been watching him play forever. But I recently started streaming again for finally, and I'm playing everything from, like I said, League of Legends to like Pathfinder Kingmaker. I play everything. And I play a lot of stuff with my kids. So my daughter is like super into everything, and she came in here like 30 minutes ago and was like, "Did you call me?" Because she wants to be into the stream. So maybe one day you'll hear her in the background. But with that being said, I want to thank everybody for coming, and I hope that everybody enjoyed this. I hope everybody had some fun. And next time, we're going to be talking about SF6. So hopefully I'm going to get a panel of everybody who's going to love and want to talk about SF6 and give us some of that great insight. But until then, I want you to change your life one game at a time and enjoy fighting games as much as possible. Release, let go, and enjoy everything that you do. Peace, love, and prosperity for everybody. And I want to say peace. Everybody have a good night.